We got bananas in chat from Josh Cummings, Maserati, I Love Cats, Mr. Grybowski, Camo J, Foxy Face Rocks, Blue Bottle 77, Kipu Dark Water, Tiny Small 69, Gushy, Spangleboo, Anita 520T, Mousefan 9093, Yo Butter, Damien the Lost, and Camo J again, and Awesome Person 70, and Free Phrase. Thank you for the bananas, everyone. Appreciate it ever so much. And used Brief True. Thank you for the wall of bananas there. You can stop with the spam now. The spam might get you in trouble with Nightbot. Thank you everyone for the bananas. The bananas mean that we are live. Let's log on the server. Pre-stream music today was Horse Beach. I forgot what song I put on. My head is not in the game today. My head is not in the game. But we're going to go into the Nether and do some tunnel building over there. Python Cam has joined the game. Wrong, quick, type it. Type it. I don't know if that's the wrong account or not. Let's see what happens. He did it the other day, and I told him, wrong account. Oh, so funny. It was. It was. I knew it. Apparently we got some diamond sub hype in chat. Let's have a look. Bam, noise in my ear. So 4 hours ago, someone with Chinese font subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. No idea what it says, but it looks very interesting. Ron Bashar has resubscribed for 24 months in a row, which is a year. A diamond face saying 2 years and better blue icon. Thanks, X, for some great years of good content. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Enjoy the diamond face in chat. Miss Cherie has resubscribed for 4 months in a row, saying, "Hey, X, really enjoying the videos and streams, especially the derps. Keep up the amazing work. I'm looking forward to more guitar covers. XVX Headbang. Oh, thank you ever so much. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Gonna try and record another one tomorrow is the plan. You get the stuff you needed. Yes, I did. I never actually got back to Python. I've had a very busy day. Whew, I've had a very busy day. Right, I've got noises to read in my eardrum, and then I've got to speak to all the old about what's been going on, and we're going to start off with, I don't know actually, I'm going to build something here, and I don't know entirely what to do. I think we need black glass. I think we need more, actually maybe more obsidian will look really cool here, like double deep portal. Hashtag double deep. Sounds a bit weird, that one. Let's go grab some obsidian then. I guess I have things in here. We're going to take it slow today. We're just going to do one thing at a time. Right now it needs to be reading some noises in my ear. So Firolol has resubscribed for 2 months in a row, saying, "What's up, X?" Not so much at the moment, just starting to stream. Quillian has resubscribed for 4 months in a row, saying, "Hey X, love your streams. Glad you enjoy them. Really do, appreciate it as always." Unwoven Rainbow resubscribing for 15 months in a row, saying, "Oh hello there. Oh hello to you, Miss Unwoven Rainbow." Wainbow, if I could, oh jeez, say it properly, jeez. the one time I could definitely, hey wait a minute, what just happened there? Did I? No, that was just a complete coincidence. Right, I thought I discovered something. Yeah, the one time I intentionally try to say a word incorrectly, I say it correctly. What do you know? What do you know? The derp is real. The derp is strong. Press the button. Ah! Okay. I love that it's floating here. Oh, what about like trapdoors? Ooh, trapdoors could hold it back as well. Now my brain's working. Oh no, not logs. We don't want logs. We want the other one. There we go. Now my brain's ticking over. Now, does that? Oh, iron trapdoors would look great, but they need to be powered with redstone, and then that power would be very visible. So, does that even look good? Like, is that a thing that we want here? Like wood holding it back? It's. Oh no, don't do that. Hi, this is very slow. This is very slow. Jeez, now I'm standing where it wants to go. See what chat says about that one. It's an interesting thing, but I don't think it's the right thing. I think that's what we're looking at there. Phantom PG says, yes, a trapdoor. Let's see if some other people like it. A few people seem to like it. Lanny and Kia, 28, has subscribed with Amazon Prime. If I butchered your name, I apologise. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. And I Live Cats is here with a donation saying, X, good morning, my good sir. I'm having the greatest mood. I'm having the greatest mood, M. Cutie Face. By the way, you should tell the subs in here about the UHC on Saturday for the no Discord peeps. Have a good one. Ah, okay. So this Saturday we're doing a ex-UHC at 9 PM BST. Okay, if you are not on Discord, then you wouldn't have known about it. So we have a Patreon Discord if you're a patron, a Twitch Discord if you're a Twitch sub. Now here's the other thing, by the way, we can put this up here. And then the corners are, you know, going to need their own thing, aren't they? Now, we're not going to do the trapdoors, it was just a fun experiment, you know? I'm going to go with the obsidian route. So yeah, that's happening this Saturday. If you're a Twitch subscriber, if you're a patron of mine, you are invited to play. And if you're a Twitch subscriber, you need to go to my website and look for Extreme UHC. And that's how you get into the game. That's how you get whitelisted. So Extreme UHC page on the website. There's a button on that page you can click and link to your Twitch. So that's how that's done. Thanks for the reminder, I Love Cats. Appreciate that. I'm so all over the place today. So let me tell you all about my day now. Okay, I know loads of you asking me questions in chat. I almost didn't stream today. I almost didn't stream. In fact, I should have known that I wouldn't let myself not stream. I've talked about this before. I am a person of discipline and like routine. I feel at my best overall if I stick to something, okay, and if I keep doing something and I work towards it. One of those things is streaming. I always enjoy streaming. I'm having a good time right now, but 15 minutes ago I didn't want to stream, and I'll tell you why. But yeah, I kind of wasted a fair bit of time by what I'll call dilly-dallying. There's a word we need to use more. I was dilly-dallying, umming and ahhing, not sure if I would stream or not. And of course I was always going to stream, because I wouldn't take a day off unless I really needed it or was ill. I actually don't like that double portal effect. I kind of like the way the obsidian broke that up, so we'll go take a block and put it back. So yeah, I don't think I've ever taken a day off of streaming unless being ill or having another event. Like, I've never sat here when stream comes round and gone, oh, do you know what, not today, unless I've been ill. So yeah, I've had a very busy day of trying to do lots of stuff and just feeling a little bit tired. I put too much on my own plate sometimes, I think. I'm the sort of person that struggles to take time off and relax or do nothing. I start to get a bit, let's say, anxious if I'm not doing anything. I feel like I'm wasting my time. So I find it real difficult just to, you know, leave things open, let's say. So today I have just been trying to get a lot of stuff done while recording a video, organising things, and talking to people, and just all sorts of stuff, brainstorming as well, trying to be creative. And I'm doing that with the knowledge that Hermitcraft has finally arrived, which gives me more time to do other things. But I feel like I'm supposed to be ahead by now, because I've got to do episode 666 of Hermitcraft, which is going to be ridiculous because of the silly, insane, over-the-top idea I had for that episode. So as I'm like trying to find the time to work on that, I feel like I'm losing time, and it's just madness, and felt all kind of like worked up and just here's the thing. So if I'd have taken the day off from the stream, it would have just been like, I would have not stopped thinking about, you didn't stream, like, that's what you do this time, you stream, you didn't do it. Anyway, I was thinking what I might do in the future is change the schedule up and maybe just do 3 days a week for a month. And that's a slight bit less, but maybe that will help me find that free time a little bit more frequently, you know, because I'm really bad at actually having free time, it feels like. 666 should be Evil X, says Phantom PG. Yes, I'm doing a special, and I think the amount of work I've done for myself, or at least the scope of the episode that I've got planned, is a bit ridiculous, and I'm not sure how I'm going to pull it off, to be honest, but This is why we have Hermitcraft. And so for the next month I have more free time is the idea. MJB says, hey X, you have been an inspiration for me to start playing Minecraft again. I've taken a 3-year break. Your videos really helped me get back into groove. That's awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Welcome back. It's the game that never goes away, right? Once a Minecrafter, always a Minecrafter. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a little station here, both for minecarts and for boats. Now that's the real interesting thing. As soon as I say it out loud, it sounds kind of crazy. But it's not, and we might have to go into a creative world to do this, because if we do it here first in the Nether, it will probably take a long time. Let's also just... Ooh, okay, we're actually safe there. Let's just remove some of this top level here, because we're doing a tunnel design, and I want some nice room to move around in. There we go. This place could technically also go to 2 destinations, is the other thing. Like there could be a junction up ahead. And maybe that could be a challenge for when we want to make a tunnel over there. I think we'll do it that way, rather than dig 2 tunnels side by side. So, let's go. Let's actually exit off of the server now. And we're going to go into my test world. Convenient ladders, says oh wow, I cannot read your name, I'm sorry. Your name is just a bit on the mental side. No, it's all my fault. It really is all my fault. Bean Choreboy has resubscribed for 6 months in a row, saying, oh my god, half a year has gone. It's gone by, yes. I hope you've enjoyed it though. Thank you for the support. Pup Plays has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the support. And we also have Bandit Bob 98 subscribing as well. Thank you for the support, peeps. Appreciate it ever so much. So the other thing that I'll mention is next stream, if all goes to plan, next stream we'll be starting a new series here where we live stream on Twitch, and it's going to be one that my Twitch subs and patrons can join in on. I'm going to post about it in the Discords. Again, if you're not part of Discord, really recommend you join, so because we post announcements there about what's going on. We are going to play Sky Factory, and we're going to do a speed run of it. So what I want to do is play with my patrons. I've wanted to do it for a long time. It reminds me of the good old days before as a full-time YouTuber, where I used to play on my own little server with a community called GeoMine. It reminds me of that, and I wanted to find a way to do that again. And I think in order to figure that one out, we need to play, like, we need to do some experiments, and one of these experiments is to play together on I'm doing a really bad job of talking again, aren't I? We need to play together on a world to find out how it works, because if I play for 1.5 hours to 2 hours every couple of days, other people will fly ahead of me in the world, and that will feel, I think, kind of strange. And it might just make, in a roundabout way, like playing a little bit difficult, because here you are in this world where like everyone's, you know, miles ahead of you and watching everything you do, and like and you're just sort of lagging behind. I just feel like that might take away from the experience a little bit. So I thought we'd start off by doing a speed run of Sky Factory, where the server's only up when I'm streaming. So we go on, we play for 2 hours, and then till the next stream, which might be the next one or the one after that, no one plays on it, not even me. And we'll see how many hours it takes us to complete everything in the pack. But loads of people will be playing together, so things should move relatively quickly. So it might be a short-lived experiment, but it's an experiment that I'm very interested in, let's say. And I'll also be a little bit of a leader, like a head as well. I'll be saying, oh, do this, do that, you know. I'm seeing a really good way for this to be set up already. If we have... Oh, maybe not. Well, so if this one turns that way, then a minecart can leave here, and it can come back in on this side. But then we need a mechanism for the boat. Now the boat goes into a cactus as well. We're doing the old cactus method here. If you're not aware of what that is, we'll soon find out. So cactus on one side, and we'd need a cactus over here as well. Frimp says, hey X, just got to the stream. What was the one derp? Me correctly pronouncing a name I was trying to mispronounce. That was the derp. It was me getting something right was the derp. Can you believe it? What kind of derp is that? I mean, needs a new name. Opaste fan says, what the flip are you doing? Oh, I thought you were saying flip what I'm doing. That grew kind of fast. I got a feeling random tick speed might be turned up around here, you know. So anyway, we need a boat dispenser. Let's grab a dispenser. Oh, I see what's going on. And we got a noise in here. What is it called again? I feel like... Oh no, there it is. I feel like I went past it. That grew... That's definitely turned up in this world. So we need that for the boat. A way to activate it, and a way for it to get destroyed. Now you could argue that we could send the boat in here, but then we'd need a filter system. And anyway, the boat's probably going to shoot directly straight, because that's the way we go with the boat. I'm going to drink some tea and read this donation. It's a donation from I Love Cats saying, I'm just imagining it. 50 people logging into a world with one tree, that'll be funny. That's a good point. I'll have to build a little bit of a platform first of all before we open it up. If you are a Twitch sub or a patron, the Discords for both of those will be the place to get the information, and we'll probably give you the IP just after we chop down the first tree. That'll be the way that we play. Boat, says I Love Cats. X, you mean a minecart? I believe when I said boat, I was talking about the boat. I was definitely talking about the boat. So the boat's going to come down here. So this is where our second cactus goes. These will have blocks on top to stop them growing. Now I'm thinking, like, if you think about where it is in the Nether, this props up out of nowhere. I'm half thinking that just doing the boats manually might be smarter here. Like, literally just having a chest full of boats on the wall. I think I'm going to prefer that, because already I'm seeing problems that are just going to get messy. So let's say actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to put boats on the wall. If you want to use this thing with boats, let's keep it simple, you know. So this is just going back to the same design that I've done time and time again. I'm really glad I actually just thought of that, because that would have so quickly have gotten complex. So let's say this is the start of the tunnel. I think we're going to need that, and that one would be powered. Then this one can be powered. All of those can be powered, and we'll have a hopper just under there. So we're going to need a dispenser underneath that rail. It's going to need a... I've done this before, but we're doing it again. Going to need a block there. Or does it? No, it has to be a solid block. That's the one thing. That's the one thing you've got to remember. Okay, so that will... Somewhere here this will connect and that will end. Okay, now what do we want the player to do? We want them to stand on a block here on a pressure plate. And that's got to... When they're standing on this pressure plate... It has... Oh, right, so it's got to activate the dispenser but not the rail. And that is super tricky to do. Super duper tricky. X, do you think you'll ever learn a song to play by Plini? I'd love to see you make a Plini cover, says that Hoot Owl. If you know where I can get some Plini tabs, I haven't searched for them myself, send them over. Like, I doubt I will be able to play the flashy stuff. Maybe there's some, like, rhythms in there. If they've got a song that's mostly, like, rhythm, I could possibly do that. It's a nice suggestion, though. Mask M says, hey X, what are your plans? Just tuned in. Hi, by the way. We're going to build or work on the Nether tunnel and build a little station. So the deal is that powered rail basically needs to be on. Why do I get the feeling like I did this very different last time I did this? Literally redoing some old redstone here. So if I stand on here, let's put an item in the dispenser. If I stand on it, unpowered, right. So that's almost good, but you actually don't want it to power again after, is the problem. Maybe we could use the observer block. That would be too short of a pulse. Soft power the dispenser, says Ayuk Bat. I think I know what you mean by that. The problem is I did this really different before. This is a problem. I'm sure I'm missing something. If anyone wants to go back to Season 4 World and let me know how I did it, you're more than welcome to. So anyway, like this part over here is literally just that. Right, we'll put slabs or hide this stuff. So then the hopper will point into that dispenser. And I think the trick might be that I had like a full block on the side before. Although I seem to remember my previous design being very clean. Wait, someone just said soft power. Ah, I think I know what you mean. Right, we soft power that when we stand on here, and it will put the minecart on the track. But then when we leave, that has to be powered. So how do you power this block without powering that is the question. The only way I can think of is actually an observer block. I think a redstone torch sitting next to it would be powering it. This is powering that dispenser right now. Detector ale, says Mr. Peony. Do you know what? Now that I think about it, oh, I remember. This drops down a block. I remember it now. So I did it by dropping it down a block. That's the difference, right? So if I wanted to make it flush like this, that's a whole new challenge, and a challenge that maybe I want to accept, right? So I've been saying the observer block is the only way. The reason I haven't been following through with that is because it's only going to create a short signal. I'll read the noise in my ear in just a second. So we want to detect from below and power upwards, which is what that will do. So again, we are soft powering. I need to actually test this properly. So we're soft powering here. This will power a piece of redstone, which we can sort of point directly into it. Got a noise in my ear again. We'll get right to that. So that's gonna soft power the dispenser. We've got a minecart on the track now. The next part is when this becomes unpowered, that it would update that. Currently it'll update it anyway, so actually what we need to do is bypass that. So how can we get an update to this thing when this unpowers? You need a falling edge, and I'm really bad at those T-flip-flop falling edge tricks that some people are really good at. Let's try this. I'm pretty sure this won't work, but it's a good guess. Right, so that's out. And then what we would need is for this redstone to power that. Okay, so it stays on. Might work! Might work, peeps! It blinked twice, it might work. Let's give it a try. So now there is a minecart in there. So we stand here. We can click on the minecart. And it wasn't enough. Did you see that? It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough juice. It only got powered slightly. So everything was right except the observer block isn't good enough for it. Unfortunately. Unfortunately not. X, you can't copy the design from the community build, says Melio. Well, I've got a design in my head that works. I'm just trying to do it flush with the floor, right? That's what we're trying to do now. You can leave a torch, but place a repeater that powers the dispenser. I'm not sure. He's gonna derp, says Mark. No, no, we're not gonna derp because I know exactly what I'm doing. I think some of you don't quite understand. The circuit we've created here is for the player to stand on the pressure plate and to power the dispenser without powering the powered rail. That's what's happening right now, except I've kind of moved over to the side. Anyway, when we step off of this thing, which in theory is when we've moved into the minecart, then the powered rail gets powered. So with only this block here to power the powered rail, we need a way to send the signal up that doesn't power or interfere with the dispenser. The only way I can think of doing that with one block below it is this. And and it doesn't give it enough juice because it only makes a short pulse. You only need one torch and a repeater, says Romby. Okay, so if we put a torch there, it will power the dispenser next to it. I really feel like people are maybe missing the point. I know I can move this block and move things around. I'm trying to do it just like this, with that block there, because it's nice and flush. That is the point that I'm making. Okay, so some people are saying to power... Oh, okay. No, I was about to say that doesn't work. Now I understand what some of you are suggesting. Right, we're still going to need the falling edge to some extent, but probably a different circuit. So what other people are suggesting is once you've... actually, there's no other access, but well, actually there is, because we won't power it there. So if we put that here... no, because then it will get powered from the pressure plate, right? So we have to do it with a block there. Okay, so that's our point of access. So we take a repeater and point it into there. So now what's being suggested is once you've soft powered it, then hard power it. It doesn't send out another minecart, and you can get inside that mine. That's actually really clever. I like that. I didn't really think of doing it that way around. So now all we need is a falling edge detector just here, and I do not know what the best one would be. What we possibly could do is put a redstone torch here. Let's grab a sticky piston. Now if I have that, that's kind of in the wrong place for where that repeater is. Actually, do you know what? This is kind of easy. Now it's going to be in the wrong place for where that thing is. But it'll, sort of proof of concept, it'll work, I guess. Okay, so you're here. Let's put a bit more delay on it. That just did something. If I put that block there, okay. Right, let's see what happens now. And let's put a minecart in the system. So we stand here. Okay, soft power, then it's going to hard power. Or not. Why did it get locked? On, off. Oh, that's a derp! That's a derp! Oh, goodness me. Oh, that's a derp. People are calling it. I'll give you that one. You can derp with redstone. You can forget something very important. So I guess I'll have to use a cauldron and a comparator, right? Oh, what a derp. What a derp. Jeez! Ah! The chat goes wild. Wild with the derp. So we make it that. I think we can ignore that signal there. Pretty sure we can. We need a cauldron now. The other thing is I'm not sure if I want it to be here because I want that to be a wall. I don't want you to be able to see this, but we're just checking it out in theory. Let's grab a water bucket. Okay, so now let's get rid of that. We want a minecart over here next. We don't have one, so let's put you here. Right, okay, so soft power. Hard power when I get in there. What have I missed this time? I guess... Oh. So that does actually subtract and stop that from working. That's one thing. Okay, what if we put you here and then swapped it around like that? So that's... Okay, right. Oh, goodness me. I need like more minecarts here for testing. So stand here, soft power. Do we get hard power? No, because we're getting hard power straight away. So I've done this the wrong way around to some extent. Goodness me. Goodness me. So actually, we want that one lower. Now we need a cauldron. Now if it's there, that's going to be fine. That's actually going to work. Oh, that is going to work. No, because it needs another update. So, I think we're back to that way again. Right. This might be the last time we do this, peeps. Soft power. Jeez, why not? What? Why did that not work? That should have definitely worked. Ah, no, you can't do it this way. No, you can't. Ah, right. No, this isn't right. This isn't right because it's on by default. This is just gonna off and on. That needs to be falling edge. I've done it completely wrong. Okay, now I'm really not sure. For how do we make a falling edge here? Suggestions. Let me read the noises in my ear. You guys suggest a falling edge there. For all of you saying derp, okay. This is how redstone works. Unless you do redstone all the time, redstone is very much a game of trial and error. Like, this is how you make a contraption. You basically don't go, oh, I want to do this thing. Bam, there it is. Like, you figure out it by making mistakes most of the time, by figuring out how to fit what you want into that area. So I Love Cats is here with a donation saying, X, you can't dispense a boat in the Nether. You need a water dispenser for a boat. Just saying. Is that true? If it is, then so be it. Trial and error, says Foxy Face Rocks. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. You might be right. Thank you for the donation, buddy. I appreciate that. I could have swore that they did. Anyway, we're not doing the boats that way anymore, so that's good. QT Marker is here with a donation saying, hey X, what was the adventure map called that you played with someone else? It was vanilla and it had the effect of changing the world border when you did more progress. You're thinking of Captive Minecraft. There are about 4 of those maps. They're really cool. Just search Captive Minecraft and you'll find it. I've got a couple of series on my channel as well if you search it on there if you want to watch some more. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate the support. Avid Nightly has resubscribed for 16 months in a row. Thank you so much for your resubscription. And Doomio Lag has resubscribed for 3 months in a row saying, hey X, I see lots of comments on your latest Hermitcraft episode of people not liking the amount of collabs you're doing recently. Just wanted to let you know that I'm enjoying these episodes very much. I appreciate that, dude. I've noticed it as well. I've talked about it in my video. I think people get a little bit, I don't know, quick to the reaction because I've just realised something else here as well. This entire time, putting the block there was the wrong idea. I don't think this is possible anymore. Actually, yeah, it is. I know how we do it. No, I don't. Somewhere there, I got completely sidetracked because if we're powering that block, we're doing the same thing we're doing down here. Well, maybe that's where we soft power. And then we hard power down here. Okay, no, that's progress. That is, in a strange way, progress. Soft power there, okay. That's much more efficient. And then hard power here, which means that we can put something like a torch on. So we just need that falling edge detector now. That's the thing that I can't quite figure out. What's your opinion on the... Oh, I thought you said demand, says Mark the Damned. I can't remember listening to the Damned in ages. Right, Zapkiller76 has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate that. I Love Cats is here with a donation saying, sorry for the last donation, didn't understand stuff. And don't mind me just slipping in the friendly tea reminder. Oh, thank you. I've actually been sipping on the tea a little bit. We'll continue to drink it. Spaghetti Nutter says triggered. What? How are you triggered? Oh, I don't know. Someone's saying about putting a redstone torch on the side. Like, that creates a blink, doesn't it? So if I separate that... No, it has to be powered there. So then that would have to be a repeater going into a block. Then the delay of the repeater might actually undo what we're trying to do here. Is that really the way it's done? No, that doesn't help. Oh, it created it the wrong way round. We want it when we leave. That would have been nice. If that were the other way round, that would have been nice. I guess. No, there's no way of swapping that around. So what's the opposite of that then? That's what I'm trying to think. Why not use a torch and a pressure plate, says Blue Fiery. Ah, trust me, this stuff is always a little bit more complicated. X, put the torch under the block, side of plate block. Redstone under the plate. And then repeat your into the dispenser. Do you know what? You're making me think. Okay. You're making me think. You are making me think. Is that actually, like... Because that's kind of... Yeah, that's a falling edge in a way, I think. Is it? Let's find out. So, when we stand on there, we're going to turn off the torch, is the deal. And then... Oh, we might need a... Oh, I think it's as simple as that. I think it's as simple as that. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's that simple. Right, let's throw in a mind. We might have done it now. For real, for real. Okay, so, it's powered, but when I stand on it, it won't be. And then it will do that. So, more delay? It's got to be more delay, right? Oh, it was that simple all along. Wow, okay. It was that simple. It really felt like it could have been more complex. Here's another thing. Compact? Compact. Oh my goodness me. All it was all along was that. That's what I love about redstone, is sometimes after you've done, like, you start off with wires going around and, oh, this block's got to be powered this way and that one's got to be powered that way. And then sometimes it just turns out that all of the mechanics you're separating from one another can be squeezed together just like that. So a few people were trying to tell me that. I did keep getting messages about putting the torch here, but I wouldn't think that would work. Again though, thanks for all the GGs in chat, peeps. Appreciate this. Remember, I used to do my redstone. I used to do my redstone frequently. You guys know I'm a bit of a derp. Suffer with the memory a bit. When I was doing redstone more frequently, stuff like this would come a little bit quicker. Not gonna like toot my own horn and say, yeah, I was great at redstone, but like I know that stuff like this would have come quicker. But this is what I enjoy. You just saw a little bit there of what I enjoy doing. And this is actually more compact than the other design that I talked about, where I was going to drop the dispenser by one. That is actually even more compact. That's probably like the best minecart station. Like, yeah, that's because it's better than the last one that I did, and it's more flush and it's more compact. Sweet, let's go build it on Hermitcraft. That was some good redstoning, peeps. You see, I didn't feel like streaming today, as I told you a little story earlier. And then you do a stream and it always ends up being alright. that's my kind of thinking. It always ends up being decent. You know, you always have a good time, so stream, you know. GG says good times. Is Scar watching? I think Scar might be watching. Oh, let's have a looky in the noises in my ears and all of that. Ah, Scar's watching. Hey, Scar, man. Cosmo Guy 2000 is here with a donation saying, launching my server tomorrow to play on with all of my friends and doing our own Cosmocraft survival server with mob heads and Hermitcraft advancements and making a series on it. Can't wait. Dude, that is superb. If I could offer you some advice, just have fun doing exactly what you just said. Don't worry about anything else. Just make sure you have fun doing your thing, you know? And who knows where it could lead, but that's the core. That's the core right there, you know, just having fun and playing the game. So I wish you all the best of luck with that. Let's go slap down a redstone boxeroonie. We're giving things strange names now. So, dispenser. Oh, goodness me. Can I remember all the things that we need for this crazy redstone contraption? Yeah, one of those. And what was that other thing called? Yep, one of them. And, oh, that's kind of it, really. I do need to make a pressure plate. Yep, that's a pressure plate. What blocks do I want to decorate with here? I mean, we picked stone bricks for the bottom. I think for consistency's sake, we'll go with stone bricks. But when it comes to decorating the tunnel, we need some more interesting stuff in there. So that's our shulker box right here. And as you can see, things have been neatly organised into them, thanks to our amazing sorting system. Which hermit is Scar again, says Hike and Dragon. Scar is Scar, he's the one and only. Jeez, it's not like there's two Scars. Although there is bad times with Scar, but we don't talk about bad times with Scar. I highly recommend you guys go check out Scar. I mean, I'd say that of anyone in the group, of course. Scar is doing the community builds. And Scar is also our, let's say, expert terraformer on the server. Loves doing the landscaping and the terraforming, which he's been doing on the community build, and it looks superb. Good times to Scar says the cat hermit. Yes, he's also the cat hermit. That's a great one. That's a great shout. Okay, so when you walk through here, I guess the way I'm going to design this tunnel is you're just going to go in that direction, boat or minecart. Also, if there's boats left on here, it will probably nudge the minecart. So, Mr. Boat, you're going to have to come away. I need to leave basically a little bit of space here. So I'm going to put the dispenser there. And that means... Oh no, that's... Do you know what? It's going to go further in that direction by 2 blocks. By 2 blocks. Scar is my favourite, says Ralston Lad. Scar's been one of my favourites recently. I go through little phases of watching different hermits. I watched a lot of Scar last season, and Cub Fan this season really sort of caught my attention. Although, to be fair, he did that last season as well with the volcanic biome. Actually, Cub Space last season was really impressive as well. But that's just what I've been watching lately. A lot of Scar, a lot of Cub. I've watched, I think, every episode of Tango and Zedaf as well. Those peeps have really caught my attention this season. Let's looky here. What are we doing? We're going to put a powered rail there and stone bricks here, but we want those to connect, so we're going to redo them. I've got something to tell you guys about. I haven't got no noises in my ear, but I haven't read chat a lot today, so I'm going to try and do that. Good times with Scar says Cub is doing amazing. He is. He's doing some really amazing stuff. Scar the redstone expert, says Joker. Yeah, Scar's the red wire expert. Let me correct you with his knitting. Obsidian overload, says Master Gamer. There's only a little bit there, only a little bit. 8-bit nerdy dealing says I think Impulse is the best, but I don't watch him much. If you think he's the best, you should be watching him all the time. Impulse got a really fantastic base as well this season. Red rope, says Easy B. Yes, that's the one. Red rope, not red wire. I think red wire is Corrales maybe. Oh, got some weird... Is it called Y fighting or Z fighting? Stop fighting! Stop fighting for texture dominance. Jeez. It's so violent here on the server. Such a violent game. Alright, we're going to put a block there. We don't actually have a block here. We have a block there. Remember, when you do redstone, always put a different block to the terrain and build on top of it, so you don't accidentally break it later and have a bad time, you know. Okay, so... No, that's not right, is it? That needs to be one lower. Oh yeah, we need a piece of red rope. Okay, we've got to put some red rope down here. Just one, that's all I need, thanks. Go there, go here. Some of this, some of that. Bam! You got yourself a station. That's it, peeps, that's it. Except we also... Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is going to look weird. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. See, that stair block now looks very strange. I'm going to actually get rid of that one. Replace it with that. We're going to have a hopper here. Hopper's going to come from over there. So, it's going to be powered rail, regular, powered rail, turning. So we might as well get rid of those two. And then that is going to be where that one goes. Yes. So the ice is going to go over there. Excuse me, I'm having trouble with a little bit of burping. That's my dinner going through me. Cool, now we've got to put a cactus just over there. That's going to work a treat right there. Okay, and again, where the sand goes, put one of those underneath just in case. Loads of people saying, derp, the torch! Oh! Oh! I would have noticed. It's not a derp, I would have noticed. Do you know what? That stairs can stay down there. I'm going to put that here. I would have noticed eventually, peeps. Stop calling me a derp. X, look at chat, says Rock the Chocolate. Cub fan says nice. Cool, nice. When's the next Vanilla Tweaks update, says Arcade Raider. It gets updated all the time. I'm guessing probably, I don't know, every few days it seems like they add a few things. Maybe not every few days, but it's getting updated all the time, you know. Right, so what did we need? We needed sand and cactus. We might actually have cactus in here. Well, there you go. I don't have to take a trip back to my base now, and that is why we have these amazing shulker boxes in here. Okay, concrete will have sand. So just one of those. Very good. And I need a half slab. which I'll get from here. Very nice. John Ball says, Mumbo having trouble with husband storage, and he isn't probably my most watched hermit. I saw Mumbo having trouble with his storage system. Hykadrian Dragon says, a trip back to his base when he is like 10 meters from his nether hub. Well, we could be anywhere in the world. We could be anywhere. We could have been a million miles away building this, and we had everything we needed in that little chest. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's so brilliant about this thing. If you look for something, you'll see it everywhere. You know, if you look for something, you'll see it everywhere. It's like when you learn a new word. All of a sudden, everyone's using that word. It's like, oh, just learned that word. It's like, no, you're hearing it because you now know what it is. Words you don't know, you tend to tune out a little bit. You just pretend they're not there. Cool. So now we need to power these, which is probably going to be done with redstone torches under the track, which I don't actually like that much. And I guess if I put redstone blocks there, we break up the speediness of all of this. Yeah, that bit's not so great about this design, I guess. I need like a potion of leaping, I guess, because I've got to jump out of here. So for each one that I place, I'll end up using an ender pearl. Or maybe I'll just break the ice next to it. For now, though, actually, what I'm going to do is do this one in the middle. So what I'm moaning about... what X is moaning about... Oh, did I accidentally dig two? I think I did. I'm moaning about this. Okay, so... wait a minute. No, that makes no sense. I think in my head, I got confused. We need to put 3 of them in here. And you know what? I'm just going to do that. Just going to walk away. Connect you here. Put that one back over there. And I believe that's a working station, peeps. That is a station that works right there. Can you believe it? I can believe it. Why do y'all use the Nether, says Caesar Kant. Because it's a good way of getting around the world. I say after I've been standing here for the last half hour. We haven't gone anywhere. Hey X, I brought a new keyboard and today it arrived. Very happy with it. What keyboard do you use at the moment? I use a Kova and it's called the iSCU. It's a good keyboard. I do like it. I bought it mainly because it kind of looked pretty great. But it actually turned out to be the kind of keyboard I really like. It's got nice sort of key press about it. I think it's mechanical, but it's soft. Sort of a soft mechanical keyboard. It's got some like fancy features on it that I don't really use too often. My mouse is the one that's got the best features on it. And that's again Kova. X, show the Pepe Mumbo's base. No, I'm going to be hanging around here. Hanging around here today. I kind of want to do something with purple blocks, I think. Maybe mix purple and purple together. Apparently we just hit 1,000 viewers. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate that. Let's quickly pop back into this world. Let's just try some purple blocks. Purple and purple wool together at last. Together at last. I don't it's just something I chose to say. It sounded very odd. But I kind of like that a lot. I think the problem with that is that you'll move past it very fast and it'll be kind of hypnotic. I did say that I might do something like extravagant with this tunnel, but I kind of went off that idea. And then the roof would be up here. Like, what if... Actually, I'm seeing a different idea now. So let's say we make the roof out of possibly purple, possibly some other sort of slab. I'm thinking that one's probably going to be easiest, or maybe just to mirror the floor, this one. So you have that. That does look a little bit... I feel like we're racing the clock, you know. I've got to place this block a little bit faster. We're running out of time. Time is ticking down. That's definitely what this song is about. So that is a little bit on the pale side. I kind of like how those were separated just then. We could also do that, but I'm thinking I want this colour to be more dominant as it goes. So we'll place it on the bottom. And then what if those were like every other one? That was definitely better the other way around. Without a doubt, without a doubt. Seb says, X, everyone wants you to talk about Mumbo's base. Jeez, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm kind of doing my thing on this stream, you know. That's what I thought we were doing. See, I'll be leaving to go play some drums. See ya, says Mechanica Cow. Enjoy the drums. Have a good one. I like drums. I haven't played drums in a long time though. I feel like that one's better, and it's not like a super attractive tunnel or anything. It just, I don't know, it just feels a little bit righter. Maybe actually we'll check it out like that again. Just keep getting our eyes used to it, because that's a lot of purpur to invest. Which means a lot of purpur farming, which is something I really don't want to do. What are the other purple options? Purple clay? Purple terracotta? Make the top layer wall, says Pycorp. Interesting idea. Put that stuff up the top. Not so sure. It's really weird, like, I could just pick anything, but as soon as I start looking, I start wandering and seeing all these different combinations, and before you know it, you get lost in options. Like this stuff I'm now thinking would be cool. The only problem is I don't have any like dyes for it at the moment. I'm like out of lapis. Can you believe it? Those are going to be a pain in the backside to place actually. And this stuff in here, a little bit too plain. I'm not sure. Use purple shulker boxing. No thanks. Not going to use those. End rods, says Bury the Blinker. That's a good idea for lighting. Maybe we put them up the top like every so often. That kind of looks janky. I don't know what we'll do for lighting in here. Actually, we'll probably end up putting something in the wall, won't we? Indent the purple. Let's give that a try. That does actually look really cool like that. And then maybe you can put the occasional one of these in here. That's going in the right direction. Also, I put this here, and I don't think we actually really want that, because I was thinking block mob spawning, but I don't think they spawn on iron bars like that. Okay, so then let's go back to us. I don't know why it needs to be slabs actually, but what are our options for up the top? I don't want to do an intense amount of purpur farming. Make a purple rainbow. Use only concrete. Make it out of shulker heads. Make it out of shulker heads. QT Marcus says the wall doesn't really fit in my opinion. I've got loads of it though. It's like the one material I can unload onto this build. Let's go back to that idea of having this with purple up the top again. Now that we've removed the iron bars, because they look horrible. So if this was like that, coming down here, it's very strong and garish, I know. But let's just see what it looks like. Actually, it's kind of looking great. It's kind of working for me, that one. Don't read this comment, says Arcade Raider. I read it anyway, I'm a rebel. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? So that's kind of cool, I think. Maybe a little bit low down. I kind of like that. I think that's just going to do the job. I think we want to think about the portal size though. The portal is literally just back from here. So let's type in obsidian. Okay, the portal's just going to be back here a little bit. It's also the same height as the tunnel. So that thing can be there. Maybe what we do is we like scatter it into this texture a little bit. Put one there. Something like that. And that can come all the way back here. That's kind of like... Look at me middle clicking. Why do I never do that in survival, eh? That kind of works. That kind of works. I think if you kept the obsidian going all the way down, that would look great. What we can do is use a black texture. I have an intense amount of coal blocks. Well, we've got black concrete, yeah. Oh, I know why. Coal. Because it's not called black. So maybe instead of obsidian here, we start using this stuff. right? Not enough texture in my opinion. Throw a little bit of that in there. Ooh, hello. Now this is an interesting tunnel, wouldn't you say? Just throw that in every now and then. I reckon that's a winner. I feel like that's a chicken dinner, you know. It's very, very cramped, but I like that. What do you peeps think? Maybe raise the middle block of the roof. Do you know what? That's an interesting idea. I was thinking about putting a slab up there. A per slab, like through the middle. Makes you see more of the texture. Oh, I feel like... Yeah, I feel like that almost... Like leaving one of those every now and then to pop in there. Well, that's got something about it. Certainly something to think about. It's more purple though is the one problem. That does really do it, that little bit. He needs to change up the colour palette, says Mark. Well, the point was to use purple. Like, I had loads of purple wool. I've got to farm purple for this, but that was kind of the point, was to actually, you know, this. To this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I think you should go back to that checkerboard pattern, says Sandal Power. Well, the thing with the checkerboard pattern is when you whiz past it really quickly, it can be a bit nauseous. Something like this would be a lot easier. As much as I like this like random variation going on, I think it'll be good at the beginning. Hi, what? There we go. Not so great further on down. I reckon we're going to go back to where we didn't have the slabs and we had the coal blocks as well. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. CJ says, what derp is and what X wants to show me? What? I do not understand. We have a resubscribe for 3 months in a row from Azricky. Thank you for resubscribing, buddy. And also... oh wow, names today. Carbialt has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for your subscription, appreciate it. I nearly spat out my Earl Grey, says Mark. Oh, I'm glad you didn't. You need to drink your Earl Grey. I'm going to drink my cup of tea right now. Right. Did you spawn on those rails, did you? I hope you didn't. Rails on iron bars even. Cool, so I guess we've got to take a trip to the end now to do some purple farming of all things, which should be relatively pleasant and easy. Let's bring a box with us. In fact, we'll just put all of our stuff in boxes, I think. Assume, what kind of tea were you drinking? Says CDT Longball. I was drinking an everyday brew. Because it's everyday brew. Right, redstone torches. Okay, this is miscellaneous. What did we get from there? Obsidian. Some more things for this one. Ladders? No, what do we get? Trapdoors. What other types of blocks can we get rid of? Well, that seems to be about it. Put those things in there. Very good. Very fine. Sweet. Alright, we're kind of ready to go to the end, I think. Might want to put our wings on first, though. Let's take a whole bunch of rockets. Let's grab some wings. Let's get ready to fly. Off we go. I need my axe as well. Sweet. Take that with me. X, you made a cringe thing, says Mark. What is a cringe thing? Why are people saying... Oh, it's Mark again saying cringe. There's nothing cringier than someone cringing at something that ain't cringy. That's what I say. England is my city, says I love tacos. England is my city, eh? Anyway, there's something I was going to talk about a while ago. I went and saw Dunkirk yesterday. What an incredible movie. Don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. If you're thinking of going and see it, I'd recommend it. That was a cracking movie. Different movie from, let's say, a more regular style of, I don't know, watching, like a casual movie. There's not a lot of character development in it. It's really about the one moment that is, you know, like Dunkirk. And what I want to say is, the soundtrack was absolutely incredible on that movie. It totally made everything work. Like, I feel like if you watch that movie without that soundtrack, it would definitely like be a very different movie. And it was seriously awesome. I really enjoyed it. Roy TG says Dunkirk is so boring. Oh, sorry you didn't experience it the same way I did. I thought it was really intense, and I think you have to understand the gravitas of the situation a little bit. Like, I don't know, if you let's say you watch a lot of these super action hero movies with all the fancy lighting effects and people throwing stuff around, it probably would be a little bit boring in comparison. But the fact that it's sort of trying to capture a reality, a hit piece of history, I think the way the soundtrack works for that movie really, really does that. And again, try not to spoil anything. You know the premise that they're surrounded. You know who's surrounding them. And from the start, from the opening, like when the sound is there, the dread is just setting without you, you know, needing to see anything. You just know, like, what the stakes are. And it's just brilliant for that. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever come here to actually just get this stuff for Purpur. I think I've always come here to get the plant to then like take back, and I've never really like thought, what if you spend an hour over here just chopping stuff down? Because you could build a farm, right? You got to maintain it, look after it, replant, but maybe coming to the end and just robbing it of all these resources is kind of easier. I don't know. We'll soon see. We've already got a stack in a bit. Suma, have you seen the most recent Mad Max film? Does it have the similar sort of intense action? No. So Mad Max is very... Tom Hardy's in both of those. Is Tom Hardy in Mad Max? I'm pretty sure he's in Mad Max. It's a very different sort of action. It's action based on reality, is Dunkirk. And it is really, really well done. But, you know, like this, it probably appeals to people who know more about World War II, I reckon. Again, because like if you're watching these Marvel movies, like the action and what's going on is very different. Have you seen the Emoji Movie? Says Rombley. No, like, and I'll never watch it. It's like a movie like that. It's hard to believe that it's particularly inspired by much more than, you know, a calculated decision to sell movie tickets. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's, you know, maybe someone really wanted to make a movie about emojis, but from the reviews I've seen about it, it just looks like a waste of time. We've got a noise in here from I Love Cats saying, first of all, any movie won't be the same without a soundtrack. Soundtrack's one of the most important parts of a movie, in my opinion. And second, have you seen August Rush yet? Just watch it. Tweeted you and everything. I Love Cats, thanks for the donation as always, buddy. I got your tweet. I watched the trailer. I was like, oh, it's the kid that sees dead people. And then I was like, oh, it's the dead guy. That was kind of a morbid joke. That came out of nowhere. That's not actually what my reaction was. My reaction was Robin Williams. But when I said it out loud there, something else came to mind. And I love Robin Williams movies. And that kid did quite a few movies after The Sixth Sense, if I remember correctly. Did quite a couple of other good ones. Oh, I Love Cats says, oh my god. Yeah, oh my god indeed. That came from somewhere. So soundtracks, absolutely, right. So through various discussions over the course of life, talking to people about music, you mention you like classical music, you quite often get the nose turned up, classical's boring, all that kind of stuff, you know, and that's fair enough. But I encourage you guys, when you watch movies, to pay attention to the soundtrack, because a lot of, you know, movies you would have seen, the soundtracks are basically classical to some extent, you know, stringed instruments, and they do an incredible job of dictating the emotion of a movie. And I Love Cats saying there that you know, it's one of the most important things. It absolutely is. It does depend on the movie. Like, for an action movie, maybe not so much. You just need something that's sort of there and energetic. Whereas for emotional movies, dramas, like stuff with character development and narratives, though the soundtrack can really make it happen. A good example would be the American Beauty soundtrack, which I was listening to recently. Like, that song really captures a lot, and it gives a lot to the movie. It really like enhances the main character when you put the music alongside who he is. If you take out the music, all of a sudden you don't like. I feel like it's a window into the emotion a little bit more, and so, you know, just I was listening to some George Gershwin earlier, and I love that guy's music. It gives me absolute goosebumps, and it feels like you're just watching an epic movie, right? But you're not. You're just listening to the soundtrack to an epic movie. And I feel like, especially with him, it's almost like there's a movie there that's just for you. Like, it's the movie of your imagination. Yet the music is so animated and full of event and things that happen. It's really, really beautiful. Yeah, so next time you're watching a movie, just pay attention, especially if it's got like a classical score. Soundtracks do so much for movies. How much are we up to now? We got a lot. We're just gonna keep doing this. We're gonna chop it all down, you know. Chop it all down, I say. John Williams is a genius, says I Love Cats. Yeah, he's another good one. Jason Hayes says, oh geez, he's waffling again. I'm enjoying this waffle. I don't feel like this is a incoherent waffle. I feel like I'm, you know, saying what I want to say. The music at Dunkirk abuses the metronome to make you feel so on edge. Oh, it does, but it's a really good abuse of that trick. It's I wouldn't call it an abuse, actually. It's like a masterful execution of that trick. That's a really good trick. I watched a video today. Okay, who here watches Vox, and who here saw the music video about Radiohead they put out today? I watched that video, and I thought, at the end of it, I thought, did I really just watch 10 minutes of this? Not putting down Radiohead, not putting down Vox, really. But it was like a 10-minute tribute to Radiohead's genius, except the thing that they were pointing out is that they play the pianos off half a beat from the drums, and it is not an uncommon thing to do. It happens quite often in some styles of music that you play things slightly off the beat, and it's not particularly tricky to do, to perform. It does kind of require some concentration, so I don't know, like, yes, the syncopation video, says Pan1C, yeah, that one. Like, in practice, that's like a really easy thing to do, and it felt like, you know, you could explain that in under a minute, and yet it was this 10-minute video, and like, it was really drawn out, and there was some guy like who apparently made a 40-minute video on it. There's someone who plays music amateurishly, like I don't know, it just did not seem there was anything special that they were talking about, yet somehow they made a video about how incredible it was. I love Vox, they make good quality, says Lucas. They are good quality. It reminded me of something else though. Who here watches Nerdwriter? Every time I watch Nerdwriter, I have this thought in the back of my head. Vox would be another one as well. When you watch those videos, really well, elaborately explained, and you know, going into this wonderful depth and detail with like really sort of slick presentation and lots of colourful use of language and stuff. Like, think about how, even though like we're not talking about anything political or I don't know about worldviews or anything like that. Think about how you're being led on a narrative, because after watching Nerdwriter like dive into movies and talk about angles and shots and composition, it's all really incredible. But sometimes I do wonder, like, but what if the like person who actually made this thing came along and went, nah, you've just made all of that up. Like, that's not what we did at all, because it is interpretation, and if he is wrong, I think his videos are still fantastic. But watching them, I realised how much of a narrative you're being led on. Like, you're being walked through his thought process, and he's showing you the things that reinforce the idea. And it made me wonder, just sometimes, like, what if, okay, so he's talking about, like, Westwood or something, and what if actually, like, this wasn't at all what they were intending? He's just seen something of his own in it, and what does that mean? And also, it kind of makes you think about other things that you hear where you're led on a narrative. As someone who has opinions and is, let's say, interested in politics and worldviews become increasingly sort of, I don't know, like noticing that when you go and watch something that agrees with your opinion, you can so easily just like dive into their narrative and follow their train of thought. And then there's some things in there you might not question. And I've kind of learned over time to try and question everything, because like being led on those narratives is kind of crazy. Anyway, so with the Vox one today, it just made me realise like there's some people who don't know music watching that are being led on this narrative, which I kind of disagree with. It's like, no, this should be like shut and case in like under a minute. It's not a big deal. Yet that video made it into this musical genius Radiohead. Not saying they're not musical geniuses. Like I think they've done more than enough to improve their to prove they're an incredible band. But yeah, it's just the whole narrative thing, because I know that what they're talking about ain't really impressive. Basically, it's like a basic thing. Oh, let's not focus on the name. I'm going to call you Pry. Says, well, a major aspect of movies is video composition, and changing the angle in a scene just a little can shift the tone of a scene hugely up and down by the scales of feeling. Just a little change. Like when a scene is tilted just a little bit, it makes you feel unsettled. Or when they add slight tint green into the Matrix scenes of the Matrix. Oh yeah, I would not deny that those things are important. When I was critiquing, or not really even critiquing, when I was just musing on that thought, I was just saying how it's someone's interpretation of something, and they lead you on this fantastic narrative where you generally, watching a video like that, tend to agree with everything you're being shown. It's like you're listening to an expert explain something. But that person isn't actually the director or the cinematographer, and so it's their interpretation of. And what I was just getting at is how easy it feels to be led on a narrative. And like, as someone who appreciates cinema a lot, understands a few basic terms and concepts, like I can listen to that and feel like I've just listened to an expert talk. But do I really know? Do I really know? Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm the only person who understands what I'm saying right now again. Never really liked Radiohead, no idea why, says I Live Cats. Listen to the song of theirs called... Oh, I forget the name of it. Well, that was great. If I ever remember, I'll tell you. Because I was never too keen on Radiohead, but I found a few songs of theirs to like start with and get into. I don't agree, Asuma, you just have a narrative that you try to lead all your viewers on, says Alumbella. Hey, I appreciate the joke. I'm just being entirely open with my train of thought. That's it. But you could say that. Alex says that was deep, dude. Maybe I think too much. I forgot the name of it. Is that forget or forgot? I don't know. I don't know which way around those two go. Radiohead is lit, bro, says Mad Dog Noah. Mad Dog Noah, who let you off the chain? Jeez. Getting all up in my face with the Radiohead are lit. I'm joking. I was just joking. I just want friends, says... I can't read your name because you use the 5s and the 1s for the letters and... Jeez, I don't know. Waffle, 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 says CJ. Hey! I felt like waffling, is that alright? Did anyone actually understand anything I said or have anything to say about it? Because I'm looking at chat and no one's on board with me. What do you think about Hans Zimmer? He did the soundtrack for the films Interception and Interstellar. Hans Zimmer's done way more than that. He's like great, old school, but he's also done a few stinkers along the way. Didn't he do... I can't remember what it's called, but he's definitely done some stinkers. But yeah, loads of great ones as well. Psycho says, how much of the stream did I miss, X? A fair bit of it. Fair bit of it. CJ says, I guess the waffle police will let you off. He did Pirates of the Caribbean, says Zoit Siba. Yes, yeah, he did. He did, I guess. I understood you're saying that the creator's opinion may have been different to the YouTuber's views, says Piffslaw. Thank you. I'm glad that you understood. X, what do you think about waffles, the food? I had waffle and grits in America once. I didn't know what grits were at the time. Didn't really like it. Cutie Pie Kitten says it's kind of different, by the way, art and science. In science, we try to show there is only one answer, but with art, an outside interpretation isn't always the same as the creator's intent, but that doesn't make it less valid. That's true. That is just such a great point to make. I wasn't in any way trying to decrease the validity. And maybe what you're making a point of there actually kind of means everything I was saying was rubbish, but but yeah, I guess. I don't know. Hey X, when are you feeling like you are not getting anywhere in your guitar playing? What should you do to get going again? I mean, like, if it's like a song is blocking you, like you can't get it right, slow down, play it slow and get going again. If you're uninspired, I mean, inspiration, I talked about it again, I go for discipline. It's like, nope, play every day, and then those days come around where you're really inspired and into it. And to be fair, from just having the attitude of do it every day, like with gym and like with running, although that's not every day, but you know, like stick to the schedule, I feel like you just get better at doing it to the point where it's like, even though this isn't the thing you want to do the most right now, like you're used to doing it often, and it's good, it's fun, you enjoy it. But like every time you pick up the guitar, it's not going to be like the greatest thing in the world. It's just those moments come, and unless you practice and keep on top of it, they're not going to come because you're not playing. So that's why I like keep playing over and over again. You have enough to start a giant farm at this point. Actually, I don't. I have actually nothing to start a farm with, which is kind of ironic. Yeah, I can't start a farm with anything I've collected because I haven't collected any flowers. But one thing we do have is probably enough to leave this place, right? I think. Did you like Melodrama, says Moke Smiley. Yeah, I loved it. Did a review on it. Go check out my blog. I really like that album and can't wait until I listen to it again, I guess. Like, I've got other... It's definitely going to be one of those ones that just you always go back to. There was one album that I listened to a couple of years ago that has grown on me slowly, but I started listening to it again lately and I really like it. It's Travis Scott's... Is it Rodeo? No, is Rodeo the... I think it's Rodeo. The one before his last one. The one with like the action figurine doll on the front. That album is really great. I don't know why. Just like, I think a song came on shuffle on my phone, and then I just started listening to it, and I couldn't stop. It was just like, oh man, like I remember all these songs, and like after like a year of not hearing the record, they sound really great. Music blog plug. Whoop whoop, says I Love Cats. Yeah, cheeky plug on the blog. Everyone's heard about the blog by now. Jeez. How often do you have to cut your toe and fingernails, or do you not, and just go natural? I cut them frequently, and they're due a cut, actually. I cut them very frequently as it goes. Oh, what? Why? Well, okay then. With a skeleton over there, and shulker. There's a shulker here. I forget about that. And brewing stands. Thomas the Troll says, do you think Linkin Park will/should produce more music in the future? I think they should if they want to, and if they don't, that's fine as well. Like, they should do whatever they feel's best. I hear these opinions from time to time. You know, someone dies or leaves the band, and other people are going, no, they should quit and call it that. Like, I think like you should just leave it to the people who are actually in that band and know what it is to be in that band to make their own decision, and not judge it from an external view, because it's like what do you know? It's the reality. You know their music, but you don't know what it's like to be the band. And I've seen like a few nasty breakups over the years where people waging with opinions and people saying that a band should stop making music or whatever. Like, if you were in that band, you would keep going, you know. Chances are, or maybe they won't. Like, maybe they will just like hang up and say, nah, that'll be it for us. I can't help but feel that they will keep going. I think Mike from LP should do more with Fort Minor. Have you listened to it? Says JC Rules. I haven't. Interesting story about Mike Shinoda. He is kind of the brains of early Linkin Park. He writ pretty much all of Hybrid Theory. To the extent of the lyrics, I'm not sure, but Hybrid Theory was basically Mike Shinoda's brainchild. And when they got signed... They got signed and they couldn't find a singer because they didn't want Mike to be the solo singer of the record label. They found Chester, they like paired them together and said, we think this is your singer. And then once they agreed that Chester would be their singer, the record label tries to out Mike Shinoda and go to the rest of the band members and do a sort of like behind your back thing where they're going to like band together and kick him out. And they didn't. They said no. And they're keeping Mike in the band. And they tried to do it again during Meteora as well. The record labels tried to kick Mike Shinoda out both times. Just disgusting way to be treated. But basically, their number crunching opinions on what's going to sell or not didn't have him as a sell for the band. But of course, I think people really liked him in the band. Like, no one had a problem with him, or anyone in Linkin Park really. How do you feel about Neymar's transfer, says Joker? Don't really care too much. When I was at Barcelona, I saw Neymar score, along with, I think we saw Messi, Neymar, and... oh, what's his name? He used to play for Liverpool. Suarez! Saw them score, all three of them. They're like a triple threat up front. What I do think, though, is the prices, like the wages of footballers, the... you know, the insane transfers. It's like, it feels like football might implode at some point. It might implode on itself. And there's a topic I could talk about actually. Like, football has like really been corporatized over the years. Like, it's quite incredible. You know, sucking money out of the fans' pockets compared to what used to pay to watch football years ago. When did you see Barcelona? Says Red Greg. 2015, I think. And I made a vlog on my channel about it as well, like showing the city, and I think maybe a little bit of the game was in the video, I can't remember. But the stadium's interesting. The stadium... oh, do you know what we need now? We just need some purple blocks to get going. The stadium isn't as like... well, actually, when you're on the inside, it's pretty spectacular, but from the outside, it's very concrete-y. And on the inside... you know, between the seats and the outside, it's all very concrete-y and not really, like, decorated much, which I thought was interesting. By the way, I've been waffling on for some time here. Waffle779 has subscribed while I was waffling. How, you know, ironic is the word in my head. I don't think that's the right... yeah, is it ironic? Oh, whatever. Thegas is here, resubscribing 2 months in a row, saying a film without a great OST is like one of your lives with no derps. Oh, thanks, I think. Jeez, I'm not sure. Princess Sheep has resubscribed 3 months in a row, saying, gone past so quickly, keep up the awesome work, X. Thank you, appreciate the support. Okay, so, why did I mine that stuff? Why have I got so much of it? We just need some of this, and it's coming out fast. And also there's stuff up here to be grabbed. Oh no! Oh, it all gets shoved into here, does it? I forgot about that, I guess. Well then, we can craft this high. Craft that stuff up. Bam! And now let's go get some purple wool. By my power as a waffle police officer, I give you a fine of 1 derp, says CJ. Oh dear, I've been fined now, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Coal blocks as well, we need some of those, don't we? Need some coal blocks. That's probably actually way more than we need. Now I think about it. Pop goes the chorus fruit, says I'm going to leave. Don't leave! Fanny Dubious says, do you have any plans for life after YouTube? Kinda? Yeah, some ideas, but nothing set, like, solid yet. Still focusing on this. Kind of focusing on guitar as maybe the thing that, like, follows playing Minecraft and playing games, you know? Right, so, down the sides we have La La La. That's what I'm calling it. Don't know why I decided to talk silly all of a sudden. So some... get out of my way, Pigman. Get out of my way before I smite you with my sword. No! Naughty Pigman! Naughty! Jeez. Climbing all over my stuff. Dancing! I'm not impressed! I am not impressed. Actually, that was pretty cool. I'll forgive you, Pigman. I'll forgive you. We didn't get any end rods. I have them in my chest, though, didn't I? I guess we can craft them now. All the end rods that I had so far were literally just from pinching them from the end. Okay, so then we're going to put this stuff up here. This is where we actually start to use some of the coal. So... I might actually stick with the coal going all the way down, you know, because they look kind of cool. Let's get rid of that one. Oh, we're actually quite a ways from that bit, but that's cool. Yeah, that'll be alright, and it can trail off a little bit further down here. No! No! Block it off! With stuff that burns! Ah! No! You destroyed my things! Ah! That could have sucked. That could have sucked a lot. Ow! Why so mean? Why so mean? Jeez, I don't know what to say about that now. I'll come back and patch it up later. Let's put a coal block there. Okay, and that'll be like the last coal block, so it's like spread out a fair ways. Stop moaning, Pigman. I hear you grunting. Let's, yeah, put all that in there. ILuveCat says, how was that a derp? Exactly, like lava is in the nether. You're telling me you never mined a netherrack block and there was something behind it? The derping is just ridiculous now. It's just like, you know, if I don't know, if I cough or sneeze, someone will call that a derp. Someone will say it's a derp. I guess that can be purple, can't it? Bam, alright then. So let's just whack all of this down here to where it meets that. We're going to do this. Do that on both sides. You should do evil derps. Derps you can't influence. Evil derps, you say? I don't know. What are evil derps? Suma, do you think that your fan base is more mature than the like of Mumbo and Iskal? Mbiki says, I don't know, like, I would say yes, but the thing is you pay attention to the more mature part of your audience. According to YouTube analytics, my audience is primarily between the ages of 18 and 35, but then I noticed that the most vocal of your audience is always going to be younger. Especially now that there's this whole thumbs up system on YouTube and the culture of typing in first and, you know, those little thumbs up jokes. They've really ruined comments for me. I used to love reading my comments, and over time it's more of just like trepsing through people making jokes about getting thumbs up, and then the actual comments that are like, oh, you did this episode and I think that was la la la, and maybe you should try this thing. They're just kind of like gone now, those comments. They're like hard to find. So yeah, that's kind of like the way those things have gone, I guess. And now my chat is full of first comments. Jeez, what did I just say? Ulrich says, I agree with you, X, about the comments. I was going to say I'm glad you agree. It's like, it's more like, yeah. I'm not glad about it. The comments kind of just suck, you know, but whatever. So down here, I think maybe I'd like to put some obsidian just like going into that. Not quite sure actually, or maybe purple. Let's do, oh, we could put purple carpets at here, this bit. Yeah, we don't want anything spawning here. We'll do purple carpets. Zombcat says, oh, I'll make more constructive comments then. I always felt intrusive. Oh, look, like, well, the comments section is there for you to put your opinion in. It's just YouTube changed it so it became like a bit of a, I don't know, a mashup of jokes of some sort. It's like Reddit. I used to really like Reddit. And then slowly over time, well, not slowly, I don't know really, over time it just sort of went from, I noticed that the discussions that I used to go look for quickly became like puns, and it's like people are back and forthing for upvotes, and it's like now I like, oh, hear about something interesting, and in my mind I'm thinking, oh, I'd like to know more about that, let's go to the comment section of Reddit, and it's just, it's you know, a pun, a joke, and then someone replies to them with a joke, and then you're like, oh, I'll skip that thread. Oh, the next one's more oh, I'll skip that. Oh, the next one's more. And it's all just jokey jokes, because people are all like gaming for upvotes. And it's just, ugh. That's what I think of it. Let's go down here. They should rename it to like we'refunny.com or something. Listen to the funny people talk. There's still fun Reddit, but not in the discussions. There's still fun. Not in the discussion. Well, the discussions was kind of like what I initially liked about Reddit. It seemed like a cool place to find out about stuff. Yeah. Alerting Avian 708 has resubscribed 5 months in a row. Thank you so much for resubscribing, buddy. Appreciate it. Punny, says Edward Chan. Yeah, it's very punny. It's a place for puns. That's all on my purple. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. Let's put in a bit more then. Let's find where this goes. Hey, X, are you going to Mindfair in the US like I am? No, I'm not going to any conventions. I don't really do conventions. Assumer doesn't like puns. I guess he doesn't want me around, says Lol Bozo. Oh, your puns are great. I like the puns, Lol Bozo. It's just, I mean, you know, when you're on a website fishing for something else and you're only getting puns, it's kind of irritating. I guess I should just think of it as the pun website now. If I want a pun, I'll go to Reddit. And sometimes I do go there for a giggle, you know, because I know there'll be like witty comments and stuff, but otherwise it can be a bit ugh. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's put 10 in between each one's like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't lose count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam. That's interestingly spaced out. You get a bit of darkness, just a little bit there. It goes a little bit darker in the middle. I kind of like that. Let's also get this in the place so we don't have pigmen spawning on it. Or do they spawn on rails? I forget. They don't like walking on them, but they probably spawn on them, don't they? Which means I'm going to have to put some glass in here and block off all of that, and it's just going to get messy. But that's kind of cool. That's a cool start, I think. That's a cool start for our tunnel. X, put purple carpets on the purple blocks to stop baby pigmen spawns. I believe that baby pigmen spawn like adult pigmen spawn, so they wouldn't actually go there. Here's an idea. I could put carpet in the middle of all of this. I'll leave that one there as a reminder. Anyway, peeps, that's going to be it from me this live stream. Do hope you have enjoyed it. As I talked about at the beginning, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream or not, but I always enjoy it, whatever we get up to. May have not done a lot, but it was worth doing, I think, if we hang out and have a good time. So, massive thank you to all of you for subscribing, resubscribing, donating, and cheering. All you people hanging out in chat, all the people that didn't hang out in chat, appreciate you all. And what we'll do right now is we'll raid someone. We'll raid someone. Who will it be? I do not know at the moment. Stick around if you'd like to be a part of the raid, though. Right, since no one... Okay, I'm going to go pick a random channel in the Minecraft community. Just a small channel. Don't know where I'm sending you. If there's swearing or something you don't like, I apologise. Let's have a look for someone with an English tag. Here we go. Found someone. Right. Okay. I will see you all soon. Take care. Enjoy the raid and see you around. Bye-bye.